here's your Pinpoint Weather 12 forecast.
All right, it looks as though the new data coming in that the worst of the weather would be when you wake up early in the morning, daybreak Friday, through about, say, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Thereafter, as we get deeper into the afternoon hours, things improving. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if we see a little bit of sun before the day is done. So it's in the morning, and it's starting to pull away by at least mid-afternoon on Friday. Let's set the stage as far as the Doppler radar. We've had some showers passing through every now and then. If you look closely out in eastern Connecticut near Hartford, a lightning tracker turned on. There's a thunderstorm. So a few passing thunderstorms later in the evening and during the overnight. But all of this will start to fill in with very heavy rain by daybreak tomorrow, and in fact, in some cases, coming down at the rate of an inch, inch and a half, per hour. So that's like 1 week's worth of rain all happening in 60 minutes. So to give you an idea of the kind of downpours that we're anticipating, and that's very typical with a tropical system, whether it's a hurricane or a tropical storm. Now, this is not a hurricane at all, but it is a minimal tropical storm. But even minimal tropical storms can produce high-impact weather. Flash flooding, certainly some gusty wind and some thunderstorms. And you see that circulation spinning across the mid-Atlantic right now. Area of low pressure, that's where the Elsa is located, right in here. And this is tracking north and east, arriving here during the early morning up until about, say, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then racing away the second half of the day. Even some brightening of the sky and some sunshine developing by mid to late afternoon. We'll take a look at Elsa in just a second. Cloudy, gray skies, a lot of tropical moisture in the atmosphere, so it's easy to wring out downpours. So the stage is set for some pretty heavy rain tomorrow morning. It is mild in most locations now with temps in the mid to upper 60s. So our threat tracker overnight through Friday is elevated for obvious reasons here. The tropical storm warning, flash flood watch, especially during the morning up until about, say, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Things improving later tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and Saturday, and really overall the weekend, not bad. So Elsa arrives during the early morning hours with that heavy rain and some strong wind gusts, 2 to 4 inches of rain over a short period of time. The strongest wind gusts would be felt along the south shore, offshore in the islands, Block Island, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, anywhere from 40 to 55 miles per hour. Not sustained, but in brief gusts. And sometimes that's all it takes to either knock down a power line or a tree limb. So there'll be some scattered power outages, especially in our southern suburbs and along the south shore. And as mentioned before, some improvement during the afternoon hours. So of all the factors, wind gusts, thunderstorms, tornado, and flash flooding, giving the flash flooding potential the higher risk with this storm approaching for tomorrow morning. The tornado risk is there, but it's very slight. You can sometimes get isolated brief spin-ups or tornadoes with landfalling tropical systems. In fact, in a couple of minutes, we're going to show you some video out of, I believe was it Jacksonville, Florida? Or, yeah, Jacksonville, Florida. From this storm, and you'll see that in just a second. Thunderstorms likely and downpours, and it gets some strong wind gusts, especially along the coastline. In the meantime, you see moisture moving in right now well in advance of the storm itself, which, as mentioned before, is circulating across the mid-Atlantic states right now. The forecast track from the National Hurricane Center has it passing right over southeastern New England tomorrow morning. On the right-hand side of the track, the center of the line represents where the center of the storm will be passing tomorrow morning. Left-hand side of the track is the heaviest rain. On the right-hand side is where your strongest wind gusts are located. So when we take a look at the forecast for this evening and overnight, scattered showers and some thunderstorms, but watch how everything lights up with downpours. All this red and yellow tomorrow morning up until about 12 noon, and then watch how it just races away. Some breaks of some partial sunshine developing in the afternoon. Wouldn't rule out an occasional shower tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, but nothing like the downpours that we'll get during the morning. And it's this strip of red and yellow and purple right in here, kind of lined up along the I-95 corridor. Potential is there for 2 to 4 inches of rain. Power outage potential is higher along the south shore, just for the simple reason that the gusts are a little stronger there. Inland, the wind gusts are somewhere between about 30 and 45 miles per hour. So the worst of the weather early in the morning up until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, improving thereafter. Overall, the weekend is not bad. Slight chance of a shower on Saturday. Not bad for Sunday. Partly sunny skies with a high temperature at around 80. A lot of rain tomorrow morning, some strong wind gusts. And as mentioned before, slight chance of an isolated tornado. We don't throw throw that word around too often. I think the risk tomorrow is very, very low, but the chance is there. And it did happen along Elsa's track, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah, it's in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah. Let's show you what was happening here. Actually, it moved through Florida and Georgia yesterday. Look at that right there. This one was in Jacksonville, brought down a handful of trees and left behind a trail of debris and damage. Now, despite the intensity in this video, the tornado actually was weak. It was an EF1 with winds ranging between 86 and 110 miles an hour.
Scary situation. Another scary moment.